What is it that you want to accomplish with this music that you're about to release?
Recognize the enemy, available on every platform. You know, it's about, watching out for these folks, because we just had this discussion about Nipsey Hussle and Pop Smoke and all that. Just recognize the enemy. The worst enemy is the one that's closest to you. And, I'm saying some real shit. And the second single that I'm about to come out, that's in the works, is Solo Squad, produced by Click Tracks. By the way, Recognize the Enemy, produced by Ced Wynez. I can't forget about my boys. Make sure you give the producers credit, artists. You wouldn't be where you are without the producers. So anyway, Solo Squad is basically, I'm saying I have the same energy regardless if you see me by myself or you see me, around a bunch of people with my friends or whatnot. It's the same energy. I'm still the same crazy girl, and I do whatever the hell I want. The next single is Claustrophobia. I am claustrophobic. I don't like people being in my space, because one, I just get hot and all that stuff. I need air to breathe. And two, I believe energy is real, because when you're around people, even if you're not talking to them, you feel the energy, you feel people's intentions and stuff like that. And I guess it's also a triple entendre, because the chorus goes, give me some space, give me some space, give me some space. I'm saying, I'm telling the game, like, give me some space, make room for Rocka, or I'm going to take the room. And last but not least, All Green No Red, which is also produced by Papi Hey, Claustrophobia, and All Green No Red. And basically, it's something that'll motivate you. It's something, going towards your goals. You leaving motherfuckers in the dust that ain't going nowhere.
I want to go ahead and get to know a little bit more about you via your childhood. So go ahead, just tell us about some of the artists you grew up, even some of the moments in your life that changed and made you the artist that you are today, and what is it that you want your audience to know about it?
Alright, so from the Genesis, I am a Georgia peach, homegrown. From the east side of Atlanta. I was born in Stone Mountain, grew up in Lithonia, and also grew up in Conyers. And my parents were divorced, so I grew up in a single-parent household, but my father was around. Papa Rocka was never a deadbeat, it's just I lived with Mama Rocka. And although they had a tumultuous relationship, one thing that they had in common is to make sure me and my brother were in line, make sure that we weren't in nothing, because dealing with them, and I'm sure my brother can agree, dealing with them is not something that you want to do. It's not the move. So, do what you need to do. And I've been to 3 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 1 high school. And how that shaped my childhood is just adjusting. It gave me more stories. It made me, meet people of different walks of life. And that's how I, met my friends and stuff like that. Although I really hate moving, but, I learned how to adapt.
So go ahead, just continue telling us about your parents and some of the morals that they even embedded and some of the things that you've learned growing up.
The morals that they taught is do the right thing. I didn't need to watch Spike Lee for that. They taught me do the right thing or face the consequences. Take your consequences like a woman. If you are bold enough to do it, then you're bold enough to get what's coming with it. And also how, to work hard. Nobody's going to give anything to you. And the morals that they taught me is to believe in myself and be proud of being black. They would always give me black dolls, and that's when I learned that representation matters. That's why I really don't understand colorism, because I had no problem with being a chocolate girl, and I'm not inferior or superior to somebody lighter than me or anything. Because one thing they also taught me is to stay in your lane, mind your business unless you have to get involved. But if it's no need to get involved, stay in your lane, focus on what you got going on. And that's one of the morals that they taught me. And also, I'm from a family that, is definite on education. Although, I didn't finish college. Them student loans are a bitch. But you never stop learning. Like my brother Major told me, don't let school ruin your education. That's why I remember when asking my mom if I needed to, if I wanted to find a song, I would ask her, she would tell me to look it up. So I was taught independence. That's why, I said I have no problem with getting the bag. And that led me to my love of music, because while my mom was working, aside from watching cartoons, I would watch BET. And who I would look up to, Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott, Da Brat, and then Eve. And it was just, they told stories. And, my favorite songs come from storytelling. My favorite songs come from folks with bars and all that stuff. And let me put some men in there. Man, we'll be here all day. Obviously, Tupac, Outkast, Snoop Dogg, and all that. But one of the reasons why I wanted to rap and say I wanted to rap was when Bow Wow was Lil Bow Wow. I'm not gonna lie about that, because it's like, oh snap, he's a kid and he's got records and all that, working with Jermaine Dupri and everything. Yeah, I want to do this stuff. So if I would have had some more resources, I probably would have been a child star. But life took a different direction. Life wanted me to be seasoned. Life wanted me to be rich in my stories.
Alright, so this question is basically music, and has it saved you? Do you feel like it saved your life or even helped you in many ways that others couldn't? And do you translate that into your music?
Music affects the world, from the time that you're born to the time that you leave this earth. But what music has done for me is, not just give me an outlet, of creativity, but it also gave me a sense of business. Because one of the people that I look up to business-wise is Jay-Z and Master P, especially Master P, because people still think the South ain't nothing but some country bammers, and that's okay that y'all think that, but because y'all thought that, it made us hustlers, it made us entrepreneurs. That's why mostly, Southern artists, they got it from the trunk and this, that, and the third. It's like, okay, we can't get a deal, we're gonna show y'all that we're a big deal. So that's what I have to say, as far as music influencing me, it influenced me business-wise. It made me want to, get up and get the dough, get the bread in the bag. And what can I say? I just remember hearing Candy Rain in my car seat, and those were the days. And also just remember singing those songs, especially TLC Waterfalls, and my daycare teachers looking at me like, how does this child know word for word, and trying to say I can't sing it, although I'm just like, it wasn't an inappropriate song, but that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna let go of that chip on my shoulder. But it influenced me, to be original, like Michael Jackson, Prince, and like I said, be more business savvy, Master P, Nipsey Hussle, and Queen Latifah, because she and Shakim changed the game with his label unit. And like I said, it inspired me to have my own business, and inspired me to make sure I own my masters. Oh, I learned from the greats, and even people that I know every day, like Blizzard, Jay Harris, Kafan, making the magazines, Kim and Kelby. So that's what music done. It's gotten me opportunities. It's gotten me, a place to dream. I have a 9-to-5 right now, but I'm also doing this, JC Rocker, but it also makes me want to be on the straight and narrow, because I'm like, I have no time for foolishness. Bullshit is not on my schedule. That's why I take pride even in my 9-to-5 work, because I know that's going to pay not only my bills, but it's also paying for my music, because I got 3 songs, well 4 if you count Recognize the Enemy, which is available on every platform. But my songs, Solo or Squad, Claustrophobic, and All Green No Red, and what I be talking about in my music is just my life, just reality. And even if it's not my reality, it's still a story. If there's a story to tell, I like to tell it. And another influence is Slick Rick, the art of storytelling. What's up, legend? And I just tell about myself, and being an MC, we are braggadocious, we do have bravado. It comes with the territory in hip-hop. You have to invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and that's what I explain in my music.